Here, it's Master Ali back at it again with more gaming news. And today's episode, I'm going over is Returnal too difficult? Today's video, I'm getting it from Forbes.com. Links in the description down below. All right, so what's happening? Well, I'm making this video because I haven't seen any other channel talking about this yet. So I was like, well, why not spread the news? Is Returnal too difficult? And you may say, how is it too difficult? And is it the same thing as Shakiro Shadow Die Twice debate that happened? Oh, and if you don't know about Shakiro Shadow Die Twice, well, it's a game that came back in March of 2019. And they actually got into great reviews. It won Game of the Year and the whole thing. People were like, yo, this game is legit, blah, 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 all of that good stuff. You already know it's from software, like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, all that good stuff, right? But the problem with Shakiro that a lot of reviewers had, it was that they felt like it was too difficult. And they had a problem with it. So the whole internet industry, video game things, reviewers and stuff, they had arguments over like, is it too difficult? Should games have easy mode? You know, and what makes a gamer or a game a game? And basically, it was two camps. It was either yes, like the game is too difficult and it should have an easy mode, and it was mostly talking about people with disabilities that like they maybe couldn't hold a controller for too long, or and their hands started hurting, or they couldn't hold a controller at all because of their disabilities. And another was like, well, there's parents, they have a bunch of kids, they have like a full-time job or two full-time jobs, like they don't have time to be sitting down playing for like 3 hours to defeat one boss in a game. Like that is just unreasonable, and that is fair. Like if you're a parent or you have disability, you shouldn't be like gated off because like a game that you might have enjoyed or you could have enjoyed because of the difficulty. And then the other camp is like, well, the game is supposed to be hard. That is part of the game. That is the mechanic of the game. The whole thing is about the difficulty, and once you defeat it, once you overcome that challenge, then you will get that adrenaline rush. That is the whole point of the game. Now, Returnal, it's not the same way. It is not like it's too difficult or I'm dying way too many times. The problem with Returnal, it's a roguelike. And you may say, Bear Master Elite, what's a roguelike? And I will tell you, how are you a gamer and you don't know what's a roguelike? And then you would say, well, you don't know that. Maybe I just picked up your Switch today or a PlayStation 5. And I will tell you, that is a lie. You cannot pick up a PlayStation 5 today because nobody can pick up a PlayStation 5 today, unless you're a scalper, of course. But ain't nobody spending like $1,000 for a PlayStation 5 or Xbox. And you would say, like, well, I might be a casual gamer. I play on my phone. And there's roguelikes on my phone, and I would tell you, well, maybe you're right. There are roguelikes on your. But if there's roguelikes on the phone, then how you don't know what a roguelike is? That literally makes no sense if you think about it. But anyway, if you don't know what a roguelike is, it's basically you start the game, you do whatever you gotta do, you get power ups and whatever, and once you die, you start from the beginning. And once you start from the beginning, you start blank, you start with like nothing, and the map changes. Every single time you die, it changes a little bit, and every single time you do it, you repeat it, you die, you live, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You learn more about the mechanics of the game, and you get better. So that's basically what a roguelike is. All right, actually, I went out on a tangent right now, but let's go back to the article and the Forbes. It should be going up right now. Okay, so Returnal. It's out. It's out in the wild on the PlayStation 5, debuting to generally solid reviews across the board. But if there is any criticism of it, some have taken issues with the game's difficulty. This, of course, has sparked yet another chapter in the video game difficulty debate, whether gamers go after game journalists or hardcore players and tell them to get good and deal with whatever difficulty problems they may claim exist in a game. This saga has many chapters. Most famously, should Dark Souls have an easy mode, which touches on questions of creator intent and accessibility. But this Returnal debate is a bit different. From what I can tell, the conflict here isn't really about difficulty in the traditional sense. Most critics are not complaining that the game's combat is too tough or it's too easy to die. Rather, the complaints stem from the extremely long roguelike runs with no way to save mid-run. Runs in Returnal can be 2 hours or more, depending on your tactics, and unlike other roguelikes, there's no in-game way to halt a run and come back to it later. Combine that with the game getting more glitchy as you get deeper into it, and a single bug or crash can delete an 2 hour or two's worth of progress instantly. Sorry about that. Anyways, that like if you want to see more about it, I will have a link down in the description. So basically, this debate is more of a like, should there be like a mini run, I guess, like mode within Returnal, where it's like, well, instead of one run being like 2 or 3, 4 hours long, it could be like 10, 20, even 30 minutes, for those people that like their life is too busy and they want to play the game, but it's too much. Like they don't have 2 hours to spare like to just like go on a video game. And I have to agree with this. Usually, like I don't agree with it. I feel like the challenge, like it's good to have the challenge as part of the game. For example, one of my favorite games is Celeste. If you haven't played Celeste, I highly recommend you play it. It is very difficult, but like you defeating the level, it's rewarding. It's like, oh, I've finally been able to overcome this after many, many tries. But with the thing with Celeste, it's like there it also has easy mode. But I don't know, easy mode doesn't seem quite right. They even tell you at the beginning of the game that its experience should be on the normal mode or the hard difficulty, if you may call it. Well, with this is I don't know. I feel like Returnal should have, I guess, the whole like mini runs if you don't want to go into like deep into it, if you don't have that time, and if you don't want to do the mini runs, then you should be able to just say like, hey, I don't want to do the mini runs, like toggle that off, and you'll be able to have the full fledged experience of what you will like. But the one thing that I was reading that I didn't like is saying that like the further you get, the more glitchy and stuff it gets. I feel like that's not good. Obviously it's not a whole Cyberpunk 2077. That's a whole nother thing, but like they should like wait a few more patches to patch things up. But honestly, what do you think? Do you think that Returnal should have like a mini mode where you can go and play for like 10, 20 minutes because you don't have time? Or you should say like, no, like this is how it's supposed to be. It's a roguelike. Once you die, you learn from your mistakes and you apply more into the thing. Well, that's all for me today. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble on a tangent. You know how I am sometimes. Thank you for sticking for this long. Like, how long am I doing this for right now? Oh my God. Ooh, it's about to be 9 minutes. Well, you already know the deal. Like and subscribe, hit the bell, comment, all that good stuff. Usually, like, I don't like it when YouTubers do it, but apparently they have to do it because the YouTube algorithm wants you to say these things, which is like, bro, like if I want to subscribe, I'm gonna subscribe. You don't need to tell me to subscribe, but no, I have to tell people to subscribe. Like if I like a video, I'm gonna like it. Like I'm not. It's I don't understand honestly, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Like, bro, if I'm gonna comment either way. You don't have to tell me to comment. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. Like, if I'm gonna do something, I'm already gonna do it. You don't have to remind me to like a video. How you remind to like a video? You already like it. Like, that makes no sense, honestly. Anyways, The only thing I understand is hit the bell because some people they might forget to hit the bell. But even that, like it's right next to the subscribe button. How you not gonna see that? But anyways, the minutes about the things about to hit 10 minutes. Anyways, so you already know. You already know. Like you already know the thing. So goodbye. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.